Hi, our friend HF Systems here. Interesting day in the financial markets, particularly some of these currencies. Yesterday, kicking off with euro dollar, we saw quite a big down session in response to the three-day advance which preceded it from the swing low. Today so far, we've retraced all of yesterday's down session. So this really tells you who's in control of the market. That's the buyers. So back on the offensive, having retraced all of yesterday's bearish session, close to 104.7712, which was the old trap, the old swing low, which is what I was looking for the market to base out, and we pretty much did that. So the advance that we've seen so far in euro dollar, to me, it marks an important swing low, which should hold for quite some time and should give us a good opportunity to trade from the long side of the market. So I'm looking for breach of yesterday's high, basically 105.639, to now see an attack on 106.442, which was the last reaction high within the downtrend. Above there, that really should confirm that we're off to the races for a new bout of euro strength dollar weakness. In the meantime, should we fall back through today's low so far, 104.59, that for me would be that would be a little bit bearish again. That would suggest we've seen an ABC up from the low, and that we're ready to have another go at the lows. But for the time being, I'm not favouring that scenario. I'm favouring further strength. Okay, so moving on to cable. So cable, similar situation there to euro dollar. We've retraced all of yesterday's bearish session, and this reinforces the bullish argument that suggests that we've seen a major low at 125.21.551. And now we have broken through 125.008, yesterday's high. That for me suggests that we are ready for the next phase of this correction, or this rally, and that we should see a reaction high which comes in here, 126.382, over coming sessions. The loss of 123.297 in the meantime, that would signal upside failure. We have to keep an open mind, and that would in turn suggest that we are ready to have another crack at the recent trend low. Moving on to dollar yen. Yesterday's breakthrough support at 128.702, that was highlighted kind of in advance. I was a bit wary of that one after the false upside break the previous day, and we've since broken down through to meet all of the targets along the way highlighted. We've broken through the recent swing low of 127.519, but for me it looks to me like two big down sessions in a row. We should be seeing some kind of corrective activity going into the next session or two. So from a bullish perspective, we really need to see the thing back above that 128.702 to really start to think about ABC complete down from the swing high. So at the moment, the bears really are in control. Moving on to gold. Now that has had a pretty good break to the upside today. I've been looking for this one to base above 1800, which we really did. We got down to 1807 and change yesterday and based out, and today we're starting to see a nice big positive session. So this is really in line with the basing scenario for gold, which I had, looking for this thing to go much higher. So this breakout, break of 1836.17, now suggests we've got room for a couple of projection targets. I've got one coming in at 1858.27 and another at 1866.71 over the next couple of sessions. Meantime, should we fall back through the reaction low now at 1807.08, that for me would confirm ABC up from the lows, and it would then look like we're heading back towards towards the low for the trend. Moving on to crude, this one's been a little bit whippy of late. Few sessions ago, we saw the upside break of 111.65, which looked really, really good. And then yesterday, we saw quite a big pullback from the swing high. Today, we're starting to see a bit of a bounce rejection on the downside from just below 103.20. So maybe we're starting to hammer out a bit of a bottom here for another higher low within this larger sideways trading range, and we should start to go higher again. So what I'm going to be doing, just monitoring price action over the next few sessions to look for new buy trigger levels, most likely. Okay, on to S&P. So this one really kind of surprised me big time. Yesterday's decline, it punctured supports coming in from 398, 395 up to 404.770. So that really was contrary to my expectations, and that really showed that the bears, the medium-term bears, really kind of are in control of this market, at least for the time being. So for the time being, obviously I've got a big longer term bullish call, but I need to see an upside trigger level break to the break before I can get bullish again. For the time being, as this is a short term momentum type analysis, the bears are in control. I think as long as we are below this 398, 395, the broken support here, then we could be looking for a push down towards 3,800 or just a bit below that. Moving on finally to Bitcoin. So this one's kind of dislocated, broken away from the relationship to the S&P, the risk off type thing. Notice how the pullback over the last 2 or 3 days has been very labored, very begrudging. In my opinion, this is corrective, a bit like gold, where we've seen initially a bounce from the swing low, a pullback which made a higher low, and then eventually we start to break through resistances and start to see an uptrend start to emerge. So for the time being, neutral for the time being, but obviously bullish over the longer term, looking for a trigger level to go before I can, this is the commentary by the way on the left hand side, looking for breach of 3678 to give me the signal basically that we're headed higher, and then I'll be looking for a couple of projection targets, one coming in at 32,130, another coming in at 32,856, but I think once we get back above these highs we should be making a much bigger move, maybe looking to fill this gap. Okay, that's where we leave it for the time being. Thank you very much for watching, and maybe some more tomorrow. Cheers, bye-bye.